How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to some more Mount and Blade 2 Bannerlord. Today we are diving in with the Anno Domini Dark Ages mod. This mod goes ahead and brings in assets from Total War Attila and the Anno Domini mod over on there into Bannerlord. I've been told it's quite a lengthy process, but they are making some really impressive changes. As of right now in the mod, we currently have the Landia, which has been replaced by the Normans. Up here in the north where Sturgia is, they've been replaced with the Vikings, and Battania is the next faction. And at the end of this video, we'll take a look at the new Britain Romans, which are being implemented in the next update. I would also mention as well really quickly that you can actually play this update right now if you're a Patreon of the mod. So if you want to go ahead and get your hands on the brand new Battanian clan, make sure you go check it out. I'll leave a link to their Discord down below where you can find out all the information. But yes, the picks are on their way and they are looking fierce. So every single one of the units have several variants, several different pieces of armor and other interesting things on the battlefield. They should look very unique. There's custom shields, weapons, and a whole wealth of other very cool features. The actual roster makeup itself hasn't been changed, and that would be kind of something cool they could implement once they're done with all the factions, is actually giving each faction a bit more of a unique architecture to their setup. But this is still cool nonetheless. As you can see, these are going to be the low tier soldiers. They are actually equipped as they get further on along the line with some pikes, which are pretty brutal, and they look awesome. As you can see, custom shields, several different variants along the side of the infantry. As I said, I think these trained warriors are equipped with a simple pike, and they actually wield it quite nicely with the shield stuck on their arm like a proper pike, and they're very effective at that. I'm sure they're going to slaughter cavalry on the battlefield. Then we get some more of the higher tiers, and you can start to see kind of more of that kind of Gambison and the mail coming into play. And then finally, the Oversworn look very scary, kind of, that Huskell-esque heavy armor, very ready to get stuck in. And again, they've all got custom shields and stuff which look very cool. Again, the cavalry, very brutal indeed, and as I said, there's several different variants to them. As we get further over to the right hand side, they have their Falx unit, which again, it just hasn't been renamed. This is going to be a heavy hitting soldier with a broadsword and also a big old axe, so definitely very deadly. And we have more of a skirmisher faction. These guys are going to be light, fast, maneuverable, able to get around the flank, throw them javelins in and then get out. And then we also finally have a mounted cavalry right here on the right. So yeah, sorry, I take back exactly what I said, because yeah, this is a new architecture. It just looks very similar, I guess. But yeah, the Battanians don't have two normal troop trees right here, so yeah, I guess I'm an idiot. Please do ignore me. So yeah, the Battanians with this much cavalry could definitely be very scary, and it seems like both cavalry units are heavily focused on skirmishing. This one's a bit more of a melee variant. As you can see, they are equipped with some wooden javelins. However, you know, these ones are also equipped with harpoons, so you can kind of mix and match, and that cavalry is still going to be very impactful regardless. We also have their noble troop tree. Yes, you guys know the Battanian Fiends are one of the strongest units in the game, and today is no different. Again, these hulking men equipped with a big old set of weapons ready to get stuck in. Actually, you know, no longer a missile unit. These are just ferocious warriors, yeah, who are going to be deadly on the battlefield. Super high melee stats. As you can see, they actually have the same stats still. I guess they haven't gotten around to change this in the Patreon build. The other factions have had some reworks to their stats and stuff, so that's all implemented. But yeah, they're going to end up turning into just these monstered melee units, whereas the beginning tiers are actually quite low, which I actually kind of like this. I like that these low tiers are archers and then they go into heavier infantry, because it's going to be really easy to level them up. Archers are probably one of the easiest units to level up in the game because they just sit back and get experience and don't really die much. So you're going to be able to get to these tier 5 units very quickly, and then when these guys are on the battlefield, they're 43 armor, they're insane stats when they get them, they're going to be cutting through their opponents. And they also have a really cool shield as well. Again, we'll see that actually in a battle in a second. They're going to be able to just tear apart their opponents. Okay, so now we'll be diving into an actual battle. This was posted over on the mod's YouTube channel. Again, I'll link that and the Discord down below in the description. And right here, we're getting a good glimpse at the Britain Romans. I imagine we're going to probably be getting like 3 Roman factions, which is going to be exciting. That will hopefully you kind of fill in Calradia perfectly and give each of them very unique feels to them. Because again, a lot of the vanilla faction Empire units are obviously all the same. So it'd be cool if the mod could really go into detail and really specifying them and kind of giving each one a special bonus, I guess, a special feature to them. Right now, though, they're currently being bombarded by the enemy picks, and again, the picks are the enemy, so the unit roster we've literally just been looking at is going to be the opponents in this battle. The lines are getting ready to clash now. You can start to see some of the assets. One of the things I really dig about this mod as well is all the different custom shields as well. I think that's one of like the biggest immersion killers for someone like me who has like 1500 hours in the game, is when I just see the vanilla Bannerlord shields. And luckily on both sides we do have very custom assets when it does come to that. I mean, everything you're looking at right now is custom made, whether it's the helmets, the armor and stuff, so all of that is. And you can already start to see the style of combat that is going on. Like, there's a lot more kind of standoffish combat. There's javelins being thrown on either side. The shield walls are kind of not committing as heavily as you would in a normal Bannerlord battle. That is because this mod does also use RBM as well. I believe it uses all assets of RBM. I could be wrong there, but I'm pretty sure I remember seeing on their Discord that this mod does use both the armor modules as well as the AI modules, which again is a great bonus right there for those of us who enjoy that. And you can see the units are getting close. They're throwing javelins in, which kind of creates a different style of gameplay. These two shield walls really going in against one another. A nice little glimpse of the Romans, but this does also mean that the pikes in the battle are going to be very scary. Being able to pick away at your opponents at range, which you guys can see is currently going on, is going to be one of the ways to victory. Not only that, but being able to smash the cavalry as well off their horses with the pikes is going to be invaluable. One thing as well I would love to see this mod do in the near future is start replacing all the lords and the ladies with custom armor. I think you've probably already noticed it if you're keeping a keen eye on the video and don't just have this on in the background, is we did see one of the enemy lords in here and he was in custom armor. So yeah, it'll be really cool when they do kind of go through and make sure they completely cover all the characters as well. I don't necessarily mind the names and stuff, but just replacing their armors if they haven't done that already for some of the characters, I think would be a big bonus, because seeing people in the the era appropriate equipment, it is always an extra bonus for me. As we move on to the final clip, you can start to see that the shield wall is breaking here for the picks. They don't really stand much of a chance now. The Romans in their heavier armor able to outweigh them. I also think as well a cavalry charge is coming in pretty soon. Oh, some of the skirmishes are now coming in as well. The archers are out of ammo and actually going in with a pretty nice flank here, which is always cool. I'm also really looking forward to as well this more getting updated to the next Bannerlord patch as well, 1.2, when that comes out of beta, because that'll be a really fun addition with all the combat changes that 1.2 has made. I think that'll be a great bonus for something like this with the heavy combat. We are starting to see the cavalry now move around, the Roman cavalry coming in, and that's going to be, oh no, it's actually the Germanic cavalry by the looks of it coming in, or Germanic pick. I'm actually not sure if they're Germanic or pick. I think they're picks. But even still, the cavalry fight coming in, and you can see, this player has 190 cavalry ready to come in. And with the addition of 1.2, a simple click of a button right there will give them a great ability to then just get stuck in. But just the overall look of the Romans, I think, is going to be very exciting to play. And they really start to get through the factions then. There's only going to be a handful left. We need, like an Azarite faction, a Kuzite faction, and then the other two Roman factions. And we have everything replaced. This mod also, I'll mention it now, I'm sure many of you probably already know this, the mod does also work with Lemmy's Europe mod as well. So if you want to play outside of Calradia, you can do so with this mod. So again, at the moment it's only the Battanians that have been replaced in the current Patreon build, the Romans will be coming soon. So again, that'll be 4 of the factions completely replaced, and that is going to provide us with a very exciting campaign, I think. So go check out this mod. I'll leave a link to it down below in the description. Definitely worth your time checking out, and obviously looking for the next update. If you're not looking to subscribe to their Patreon, you can still download it right now. They currently have the Valandians and the Sturgeons who have been replaced, and I think Sturgia is probably one of my favorite factions. They look incredible. So drop a like and a comment down below if you want to see me maybe do some more of this mod in the future, and I'll see you guys in the next one.